Looking for inspiration for your next travel adventure? Check out the First Time in playlist from Top 10 channel featuring videos showcasing the top 10 must-see destinations in some of the world's most beautiful and charming locations. Today let us introduce you to the top 10 must-see places in Rome. We've made a list of the top 10 must-see attractions that you won't want to miss on your first visit to the Eternal City. These destinations are sure to leave you with unforgettable memories and a deeper appreciation for this beautiful city. So pack your bags and get ready to explore the best of Rome. Trastevere is a picturesque neighborhood located on the west bank of the Tiber River in Rome, Italy. The name Trastevere literally means beyond the Tiber. This bohemian neighborhood is known for its narrow streets, lively nightlife, and excellent restaurants. Once a working-class neighborhood, in recent years it has become one of the most fashionable and trendy areas in Rome. Explore on foot and don't be afraid to get lost. Don't forget to try cacio e pepe, one of the most famous dishes of Roman cuisine. Built in the 2nd century, Castel Sant'Angelo was initially commissioned as a mausoleum for the Roman Emperor Hadrian and his family. Over the centuries, it has undergone various renovations and expansions, serving as a military stronghold, a papal residence, and a museum. It has a secret passage that connects it to the Vatican, the so-called passetto. Even nowadays only the Pope and few other people are allowed to use it. Consider visiting during the evening when the castle is illuminated, creating a magical atmosphere. The oldest public museums in the world, founded in 1471 by Pope Sixtus IV, the Capitoline Museums is home to an impressive collection of ancient Roman artifacts and works of art, among which the famous Capitoline wolf, a bronze statue of a she-wolf nursing Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome. Don't miss the stunning view of the Roman Forum and the Colosseum from the museum's terrace. A beautiful square featuring 3 fountains, including Bernini's famous Fountain of the 4 Rivers. The square is also home to the Baroque Church of Sant'Agnes in Agone. Bernini designed the Fountain of the 4 Rivers, which faces the Church of Sant'Agnes in Agone, designed by Borromini. Some people believe that Bernini expressed his dislike for Borromini's work by making one of the river gods cover his face or recoil in horror from the sight of the church. Elegant buildings, cafes, and restaurants surrounded the whole square. Stop at a cafe for a cappuccino and people watching. These 135 steps lead up to the Trinita dei Monti Church and offer stunning views of Rome. They were once a popular meeting place for artists and writers. The English poet John Keats lived in a house overlooking the steps, and it is said that he was inspired to write Ode to a Nightingale while sitting on the steps. The steps are particularly popular in the spring, when they are adorned with blooming azaleas, creating a stunning visual display. If you want to take pictures, go early in the morning to avoid the crowds or at sunset to catch a unique romantic atmosphere. This Baroque masterpiece was completed in 1762 and is made of travertine stone. Interestingly, the statues were originally intended to be made of marble, but due to budget constraints, they were made of cheaper materials and then coated in stucco and painted to look like marble. It stands at 26 meters tall and 50 meters wide, making it the largest Baroque fountain in Rome. It is supplied by an ancient aqueduct, which has been providing water to Rome for over 2,000 years. Legend has it that throwing a coin over your shoulder into the fountain will ensure your return to Rome. The Roman Forum in Rome is a must-visit for anyone interested in ancient history. This sprawling complex of ruins was once the center of political and social life in ancient Rome. It was actually a marshy valley before the Romans drained it and transformed it into a public space. Visitors can see the remains of temples, basilicas, and government buildings, as well as the Arch of Titus and the Temple of Saturn. Bring a hat and sunscreen, as there is very little shade. It's time to reveal the top 3 must-see places in Rome. These destinations are the crown jewels of the city and should be at the top of every visitor's list. But first, please, take a quick moment to subscribe our channel and ring the notification bell to be alerted when we release a new video. If you like our content, please click the like button. It really helps support more great content on YouTube like this video. And now, without further ado, let's dive into the top 3 must-see places in Rome. This ancient temple is famous for its stunning architecture and massive dome, which is the largest unsupported dome in the world. Pantheon means all gods. Make sure to look up at the oculus, an opening in the center of the dome that allows natural light to flood the interior, but not rain. In fact, because the oculus floor is slightly raised at the center and has drainage holes, water can't get in. The Vatican City in Rome is the smallest country in the world, covering just over 100 acres. It is home to the Pope, who is also the head of the state. The Vatican Museums house an impressive collection of artwork and historical artifacts, as well as the famous Sistine Chapel, which features stunning frescoes by Michelangelo. St. Peter's Basilica featuring Michelangelo's Pietà are part of the Vatican City too. One of the most unique features of the Vatican is its Swiss Guard, a small group of highly trained soldiers who have been protecting the Pope and the Vatican for over 500 years. Despite its small size, the Vatican is a bustling city in its own right, with its own post office, newspaper, radio station, and even a railway station. The Colosseum in Rome is a marvel of ancient engineering and a symbol of Roman power. Built in AD 80, it was the largest amphitheater in the world, capable of seating up to 80,000 spectators. Surprisingly, it was filled with water to host mock naval battles, and it also served as a venue for animal hunts and gladiator contests. Despite being partially ruined by earthquakes and stone robbers, it remains one of the most iconic symbols of Rome and is visited by millions of tourists every year. Did you know that the Colosseum was once used as a quarry, with many of its stones being taken to build other structures in Rome? We hope you enjoyed our countdown of the top 10 must-see places on your first visit to Rome. Whether you're interested in art, history, or simply soaking up the city's romantic atmosphere, there's something on this list for everyone. Rome has so much to offer, and we're thrilled to have been able to share some of our favorite spots with you. If you've visited Rome before, let us know in the comments if you agree with our list or if there's anything you would add. And if you're planning your first trip to the Eternal City, we hope that our video has given you some inspiration and ideas for your itinerary. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all our latest content, including more travel guides and top 10 lists. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.